Schwarzkopf was one of the most influential people in the coaster industry. He made his own company, but unfortunately, it went bankrupt in the 80s. But after this, he designed some coasters of his own. I'm going to talk about them in order of when they opened. Also, I will try to pronounce names and pay attention to the track, which I will talk about because I actually have an interesting theory that I'll talk about at the end. So the first coaster he designed was BMXR at Kobe Portopia Land. This was kind of like the more well-known ones, Jetline especially, and Lisebergbanen. Some UK fans will know this as Nightmare at Camelot Theme Park, and it did unfortunately close there in 2012 with the rest of the park. But otherwise it looked like a pretty good coaster, just basically Jetline, but a little different. And it was manufactured by Zierer with similar kind of Schwarzkopf track, except the middle cylindrical thing is in the middle of the track and not below at all. Very middle. So Lisebergbanen is the same thing, except it's kind of a mine train. And it looks pretty good. It's at Liseberg, of course. Always has been. Still open. Yeah, not a lot to talk about there, because you probably already know about it. There's also Jetline. This is the other one I referenced. This one, unfortunately, had an accident and closed. But it was like Andalusia Railroad or Nightmare, and kind of like I guess if you don't know, very compact layout. Lots of crazy diving turns, especially you can see it like goes right next to their Wild Mouse from Gerstlauer. There's also Olympia Looping. You probably didn't know that was a Schwarzkopf design. You thought it was an actual Schwarzkopf, and of course it had the normal track, but it was manufactured by BHS. Not a lot else to talk about there. Andalusia Railroad. This is where it gets interesting. So this was at Kure Portopia Land, also made by BHS, and it was relocated to Wonder Island in Russia, where it operates today as Big Roller Coaster, and the track has gotten a lot more interesting. It looks kind of like Maurer track. Other than that, it's very similar to Lisebergbanen, but it's bigger. And Schwarzkopf's last design was Venus GP at Space World. This is a Maurer, the only Maurer Schwarzkopf design. It's got one loop and a lot of turns, so it's kind of a Schwarzkopf layout that's normal. Which the other ones are kind of weird for Schwarzkopf, but it's just a pretty big roller coaster with one loop, and it's very circular. Unfortunately, it closed in 2018, but it did get relocated to Himeji Central Park with the same name after going to Risutsu Resort, but never being built. Anyway, it's got the same track as Andalusia Railroad or Big Roller Coaster, and this is where my theory comes in. You see, that track, at least a variation of it, was used after Maurer stopped building so many wild mice on their X-Car coasters and their Skyloops. So, did Schwarzkopf make that design? Because actually, if you take a look at Montagna Russa, one of Vekoma's first new-gen style coasters at Tibidabo, it's got a very similar track. So did Schwarzkopf influence the new Vekoma, Maurer, SNS track? I think so. Tell me what you think in the comments. So this is an end screen. I've never had an end screen before. It's AI generated, by the way. Well, it's based on real footage and then AI generated. All the pixels aren't real. But anyway, I'm going to be posting at 11 a.m. PST every Wednesday. If you get another video, that's a bonus. Normal schedule still continues. The reason I post at 11 is because most English-speaking country time zones are awake then. But obviously next Wednesday is Christmas, so I'll try and tie the next video in with that.